Alright, mission 3. We're gonna buy some more here, and what we're gonna buy is punchlines. I always forget the skip button here is like A or X. Alright, so we want to buy 2 punchlines here. And we're gonna equip them. Because we'll need them for Artemis. Alright, so I'm gonna exceed here. Go over here. And then I'm gonna use my punchline on this to keep it busy and do some damage. And this is just enemy cycles again. Sometimes you can get 2 of them to be in the same place and hit them both at the same time, which is nice. I used to have a setup for it, but I forgot how I usually did it. It's been a while. And here as well, it's just enemy cycles. I'm gonna use my punchline here to deal some extra damage and to keep these things busy because we want to no damage this mission, and they tend to just spit at you and ruin your no damage. Alright, so we're gonna go over here, and this is the important bit. Because this is where we're gonna do university skip. Now this skip is the reason why we down patch. It doesn't work this way anymore on the current patch, which is also the reason why it's not done on console. So if you're running on PS5 or I guess on PS4 it also doesn't work. There is a different version for this skip that I'm gonna link in the description box. But it's less consistent, and since it doesn't save that much time in this category, it's at least currently not done. Because it's more likely to lose you time. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here, destroy... I always destroy the thing because it bothers me otherwise. We're gonna go into this corner, and then you wanna jump, go a little bit forward in the air, and then you wanna split on the edge of this wall. Like this. And it'll let you walk on water. So we're out of bounds now. We're gonna walk over here. We're gonna... Well, the ground ends somewhere around here. You can't see it, but I know it. And then we're gonna use our punchline, and after we send it off, we're gonna hold the breaker button for it to come back so we can surf on it. Now we're gonna go through the wall, take a somewhat sharp left turn, and you'll see where we go from there. Alright, going through the wall, heading somewhere over there, yeah, good. And we're here, now we're going over there. Cool. Now we're gonna run to this vine here, or whatever you want to call it, go through the wall here. And back here, gonna like walk along this edge, because the ground actually ends there. The camera messes up here, but if you like walk back a little bit, it goes back to normal, and you can put it behind Nero. And go here, where you see like the tube. And then we're gonna do the same thing, send this off, call it back, and surf on it. And we want to go to this place, because otherwise we gotta take a break, otherwise it explodes. Hold it again and get back on it. Come over here, jump. And I failed it. Where did it put me? Oh, it put me back here.
Go, baby, go!
Alright, I accidentally walked off the edge here. This skip isn't that hard, I just haven't done it in a while. Hold up, am I... Yeah, I'm going the right place, okay. So, take a break here, call it back, get back on it. And then if we jump here, yeah, it puts us here. And then we just shoot the Grim Hook, wait for it, and then drag ourselves up here. And this is also, like from here on, it's the same again for skip and non-skip version. So I'm gonna charge out my sword, and we're gonna deal with the Scissor Sisters. Alright, so drag it to me and taunt. And I missed the parry. Great. What the hell? So if you parry them and then shoot at the right time, or not shoot at the right time. If you parry them, you can one-shot them. And if you have an exceed here, it usually one-shots them right away. I just messed it up. Okay, here you want to play with your exceed button, because otherwise the blow comes earlier and it will stun you. So you just mess with your exceed when you go into that hallway. Alright, so we have Artemis coming up, and I want to talk about her before we go into the fight. There is, I'd say, two different things, or, well, the base strat for Artemis is we're gonna charge our Busta arm, the Punchline, and we're gonna punch her to the ground, hit her, and then after she got up again, we're gonna punch her again, and we were gonna do that 3 times, and then just roulette spin her to death. Now, the important parts about Artemis is she has 3 different openers, and you need to react to them accordingly. So we want to go into the fight, start charging our Busta, see what she's gonna do, and react to it. So, in one instance, she can start attacking you with, like, a vertical array of, like, arrow kind of things. That's, for me, it's the hardest one to dodge, but it's technically not a bad pattern. So what you want to do is, while you're charging your Busta, you want to jump and then taunt over the attack towards her, and then start the cycle. Now, the second option is that she does like an attack into the air that will land later on the ground. If she does that, you're gonna run towards her, but stop a little away from her and wait until the markers on the ground appear, so that like the attack has its target, and then you can go ahead, go forward, and start attacking her without getting hit. Now, the easiest pattern is when she gives you like 4 glowing orbs, or like the 4 orbs that float towards you, and then you can just keep charging your attack and run towards her, and the orbs will like go over your head, and then you can attack her. Now, the second important thing with Artemis is, I told you we're gonna punch her into the ground. If you happen to end up next to her instead of in front of her, she's gonna turn, and if she turns more than about 90 degrees, when she gets up, she's gonna fly away. So we want to avoid we want to avoid getting next to her. We want to always stay in front of her, because if she gets away, it's not too bad. You can just air taunt towards her and attack again, but it gets more risky. You might get hit, and it's just annoying having to chase her. So try to stay in front of her. Alright, let's go.
Something different about it.
Alright, so we're gonna attack her. You start charging the second punchline. Attack her on the ground. Do another roulette spin and punchline. And charge the next one. Now we're just gonna finish her off. Alright, perfect. That's mission 3.
Something different.
And I turned her. So she's gonna fly away when she gets up. As you can see. So I'm gonna attack her again right away. Oh no, and I got it behind her again. Alright, so here's the non-university skip version for M3. So instead of doing the skip here, we're just gonna continue our way. Over here. Oh yeah, if you accidentally... The good thing about this is if you accidentally break one of your punchlines... I only have one equipped right now because I already finished the mission earlier. But I wanted to have one for combat. You can pick an extra one up here. But yeah. Alright, so we didn't get speed here. Usually you'd get speed. Sometimes you don't for some reason. And then you just gotta either do the air taunt or you can also surf on your punchline. I usually just air taunt. Here you will never have speed, so you'll always want to air taunt here.
Riding high. Let's get airborne. Riding high.
Alright, and here's the encounter. So we're gonna lock onto the barrel here. I'm gonna walk over here. We're gonna hope for an early spawn on the right, but we didn't get it. Otherwise, you can kill 3 of the enemies here in one hit. So that's unfortunate. Alright, and for these enemies, we want to do Roulette Spin, jump, Roulette Spin. And I missed my exceed. Usually they would die.
Bingo.
Gonna go over here. And now we're in the place where we would end up if we'd done the skip as well. So from here onward, everything's the same. I'm just gonna do the Scissor Room again because I messed it up earlier. We don't want the Helter Skelter though. Usually we'd have all the punchlines here, so we're in no danger of picking it up.
You want me to follow you? No way, ass. Bring that shit to me.
Alright, I didn't get my exceed, so I'm gonna have to shoot at her. If you have your exceed, you can one-hit this one as well.
Let's get airborne.
And yeah, that is how you do the rest of the mission if you don't do university skip.